Hey everybody, Wisdom here. It is Monday night, February 16th, 2015. I am extremely tired. Truth be told, I ate supper and I planned to start doing some of these unboxings. I was just too tired. I was basically confined to a chair for the last hour and a half, and I would have played Animal Crossing, but in all honesty, that would have put me to sleep permanently. I just kind of sat in a state of perpetual slumber for a brief amount of time. That said, I think I've kind of like regained enough energy to kind of tackle some of this. I have finally had some luck finding the Wave 3 traps. With the circle of people I regularly communicate with, there's either people that got them day one when they showed up at Target before Christmas, and then there's people like me that can't find them anywhere. I don't know if this has to do with, the end of the year, scalpers, the port strikes, inventory, and everything that goes down at the end of the quarters and years. I don't know. It's probably some combination of all three, but I could not find the Wave 3 traps anywhere. In fact, my local stores, Target has gone through intervals where there have been 0 traps. Toys R Us has gone through intervals where they've had like 8 water traps. Entire store, I'm not talking about one section. I know where they keep everything. And they just have not had jack. And it's made things very difficult, obviously, in terms of finding things to unbox when you cannot find them to unbox them and then make use of them in the game. So my source for a lot of this stuff has been just stray game stops as I travel about. It seems like each one will randomly have one trap. I think I'm going to try to do these in a chronological order. This video will kind of include an update for you. Over here we have Shulk, who I picked up, I believe, last Thursday, I think Thursday. And then I went back Friday to get Shulk, who is on top of Shulk right now. Great story on that. You're going to want to watch that unboxing, particularly if you hate scalpers. That said, the tech trap I found at a GameStop a few weeks ago, I've actually needed to unbox it, but I was like, yeah, what's the point? I don't have anything else. When I went back, the night that I got Shulk, I found the water helmet at GameStop, and I was like, oh, I've got that. And I didn't have it. And so when they called me about Shulk, I said, hey, I was in there last night, and there's a certain little trap. They're nice enough to pull it aside for me. Picked it up when I got Shulk Friday night. Prior to that, I made my first trip of 2015 into Walmart. Main reason I went in there was just to see what they had. Interestingly enough, they had 0 Trap Masters, which is extremely odd. Tons of Swap Force stuff. 0 Trap Masters. I did find the Seed Serpent. That would be the life snake there. And then the main thing I went in there for was the cereal, because they were supposed to have it first before grocery stores. At least that's what the literature said. I didn't find the cereal anywhere. Some of my friends have actually completed the sets. Some of them, I think, have gotten all 4 different boxes, but they're saying like some of the stones have overlapped. So there's kind of like 2 different spectrums there. Then this weekend, I hit the trap jackpot, and granted, I found, the life snake and, the frost helm and everything I'd already had, but I was able to pick up the magic trap here, the undead snake, which I think that's one of the coolest ones, the air snake, which was awesome. Snake and the sword are 2 of the cooler sculpts, in my opinion. I've still yet to find the sword, but I did also find this guy. I know how hard of a time some of you are having finding the Kaos Trap. As you can see, it looks like somebody was planning to boost this thing. I guess that's like the really extreme scalpers or something. But I've got an extra Kaos Trap now. I'm not sure if I'm going to try to find... I knew a few people locally would love to have this, but I don't know if I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm always kind of hesitant on those things, but... if you've got any ideas, let me know down below. I'll see what I can make happen. Obviously, I've got a string of videos here to take care of. Also, some people didn't believe me, but I cannot find the freaking fire and water element minis anywhere in this town, and I found those as well. So I picked them up. Obviously, you can see they're at GameStop. I would have liked to. I never bought the tech minis because I planned to hold out, and have the buy one get one 40% or some promotion tie in with them. That's why these were kind of like the odd man out, if you will. I was waiting for the next set, and then I could never find the next set, and finally I found this. I was pretty stoked about it. Obviously both of these are brand new. minis or sidekicks, if you will, so that was kind of a must-have. Did want drill bit. I was pretty excited about that, but obviously I've got several trigger snappies. It wasn't a must-have, but you know, the way it worked out, my GameStop, the one I frequent locally, they'd helped me out big time with Shulk. I've been finding the traps there. I figured I'd just go ahead and give them the business. So that's kind of a quick update for you, and now we're going to go in, and I'll try to make this quick, just because, you know, I don't intend these trap unboxings to take a long time, but kind of wanted to update everybody. I've been extremely busy, but I'm going to try to kind of get this stuff caught up and then kind of get back on my villainography so I can do the playthrough and do some other upgrades. Next upgrade, I don't think I've ever released Jawbreaker. The videos are done. I have a write-up done on him. I just need to basically release it. That'll probably come tomorrow. And then Legendary Blades, and Blades will be next. If I could find, speaking of that, final thing on the update, my local Toys R Us, for some reason they have no Legendary Bushwhacks. When I searched, there's basically, the next Toys R Us is like 100 plus miles away. I did check online, they don't have them. My Target, there was a fight for the Rosalina and Luma Amiibo, if that tells you anything. I think also a couple of employees have caught on to that and have started plucking stock. So no Nitro head rush yet either. I was holding her out because I've got 2 wallops, and of course that way I can showcase both paths without resetting. I was waiting to do that. I was going to do the Earth Tandem, you know, but kind of need Nitro head rush for that. So she's still on my hit list, as is Legendary Bushwhack. Hopefully they show up soon. I'm not too worried about Legendary Bushwhack. It's Nitro head rush that concerns me. So nonetheless, speaking of things that concern me, Wave 3 traps. This is one that I found, I think, a couple weeks ago at a rogue GameStop, and went ahead and picked it up. It is a tech trap. As you can see, it is the flying helmet. I've asked, not in a while, but I did ask. I was trying to get like the official sculpt names. I've never gotten them, but in all honesty, this is a helmet. It's got wings on it. I'm gonna roll with flying helmet, and the specific trap name, which this is the official stuff in the game. This is the Maker's Mana, so that's what we will go with here. But $5.99, I believe. I think it was, like I said, that rogue GameStop. So that's about it. That's all you need to know, front and back. In your hand, onto the portal, trap the villain, play as the villain in the game. Obviously only works in trap team. Hopefully Skylanders 5 will work. Now the other thing to showcase to you, this thing is actually sealed well. If you recall, the last trap I unboxed, I believe the Searing Spinner, I think was the one that had like the tape all over it. Something I bought, I can't remember if I unboxed it or it was something else, had staples in it that I didn't see. I don't know. Yeah, it's actually this one right here. This came from my GameStop, like I said, when I got Shulk. Instead of the tape, which looks really cheesy, you actually don't see those staples. Especially when you're like, it's a trap I don't have. No one really pays attention. Plus, there's the glare from the plastic. But that was there. Of course, Chaos over there is about broken out. I think this one was loose. But I don't know. The main thing is I've got it. And I'm very happy about that. So we'll go ahead and crack this open. The cool thing is, whatever adhesive issues are going on here, I mean, it makes my life significantly easier for someone that unboxes them. This right here, if you custom paint Skylanders or Amiibo figures, that would make a very nice little paint tray you could mix things up in. Just, you know, kind of throwing that out there for you. If you keep these for your Stanley Sortmasters, Power Ace, stackable tackle boxes, shoe boxes, whatever you do with them, go ahead and cut that so you don't run the risk of tearing it. I like to come in, you can see where my fingers are. If you just push up like so while pulling out, the trap pops right out. Now, I have to admit, this is a pretty cool sculpt. The only thing that would really make this one better, I think this is actually my first flying helmet to unbox, period, would be if it had, you know, a helm on this other side. That's kind of unrealistic. You don't have, go into battle, you know, and have your eye slot and everything on the front side, and it's also on the back. Although I guess you could maybe fool some people with it. But this is kind of like more true to form, if you will. So Maker's Mana, it is the tech trap. It is the flying helmet sculpt. At least that's what we're going to call it for now. And it's basically a helmet with wings. So there, I'll try to kind of cover the light up a little bit for you, kind of see some of the fluctuations in color there. Don't have any other tech traps on hand here, but you've seen plenty before. And again, this is a Maker's Mana. I did finally find this thing. Basically, what I'm seeing at my GameStops is I've accumulated these. They basically tend to have one trap at a time. I kind of think I'm the only guy getting the traps. But it is what it is, and like I said, I know some people got all the Wave 3 stuff day one at Target, and then everyone else seems to be in my boat where they can't find anything. I know Paul, PDDT Sports Cards, he's had the same issue, can't find traps. He's had good luck with the Skylanders, but no traps. Of note, I tweeted a picture of this, just kind of cover all the updates in this video for you. At Walmart, where I got the Seed Serpent and the Life Snake here, the one other thing of interest they had the Full Blast Jet Vac plus Pet Vac Buddy Pack. So my issue there is I've got Full Blast Jet Vac, who I love, but I mean, at this point in time, I've got plenty of Jet Vacs, and we're fixing to have not only Pet Vac, but also Power Punch Pet Vac. And my logic, my way to throw the money around, in the long run, I'll wind up with a better deal by purchasing basically the water minis combined with the air minis, and then we'll see how Power Punch is packaged. So plenty of love for Full Blast Jet. I think I actually have an extra Full Blast. I'm not sure, but I know I've got a Series 2 one down there that's extra. But that said, this is the Maker's Mana and an update for you. Again, you can kind of see everything that's coming your way. Eventually I'll get to the minis. I hope everyone had a great Valentine's Day. I was extremely tired, but I did go ahead and get the Love Potion Pop Fizz upgrades out there for you. Again, that's one of those deals, if you're a fan of the Mad Scientist path, just gonna be straight up honest with you, Best of the Beast is the way to go. It's one of those ones clear cut, primarily because of the Wow Pal. You know, in previous games it was a different story, but with the Wow Pal, you just kind of need to go with Best of the Beast. So I'll probably, actually, since I have two, I might just keep one Love Potion down Mad Scientist because it makes sense, and then take this guy in the packaging down Best of the Beast. So best of both worlds there. If you missed out on Love Potion Pop Fizz, I would pick him up. Those things tend to stick around for a little while, but it's one of those things that can be in the store falling off pegs every time you go in for 3 months, and then they just kind of disappear. So keep that in mind, pick it up. I hope you got it for Valentine's Day. Hopefully some of you landed some Skylanders Valentines. Maybe got the Skylanders Valentine's mailbox like you saw me unbox for you a few weeks ago. But I feel like I've covered everything on the Skylander front. In terms of the core characters, my target, they've shockingly had 3 or 4 Trailblazers, 1 Cobra Cadaver. That's the first time I'd seen either of those guys in the wild. And one of the rogue GameStops I visited, I think it's actually where I found this guy, this past weekend, they did have 2 Trailblazers and no Cobra Cadaver. So that's about what I can tell you for right now. The Meta Knight Amiibo has been popping in and out of stock, apparently on Best Buy. So I'm kind of keeping my eyes on that as well. But that is that. Again, this is kind of Wave 3 Trap update, Amiibo update, Wave 3 Skylander update, Skylander Hunting update, and of course the unboxing of this thing. So hopefully that tells you what you need to know. Not sure what villain I'll put in here. I'll figure it out and hopefully have some fun with it. But that said, as always, thanks for watching. You can follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. I'll try to go through these traps chronologically for you. I'll make them my priority. Then we'll get into the Amiibos, I suppose. So stay tuned for a few more unboxings, and we'll get back into our villainography in the playthrough. That's why you want to follow me on Twitch. That's where you can find that stuff first, and join in on the live streams. Personal site is oneofweezem.com. Check that out. Extension of my personal site is the Skylander Club forum. If you surf over to the SkylanderClub.com, like what you see, sign up. We would absolutely love to have you. That said, for myself, finally some Wave 3 traps, a few Amiibos, a couple of minis. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on this thing, if I should hook someone up locally, if you want me to try and do a giveaway. The giveaway is what I have a hard time with. Number one, I feel like I'm disappointing everyone that doesn't get it. Obviously, this is the only one I've got. I've got one that was sent to me before the game came out. The big one right there I got when I bought the Dark Edition. and then this one, which I found this weekend. So if I could send one to everybody, I would, and I'd be a very well-liked guy, I suppose. But like I said, my biggest deal with the giveaway is I feel like everyone else is disappointed. And then number two, and kind of a bigger deal, on the internet, I could have like some 45-year-old eBay pirate pretending to be like a 9-year-old little girl that's like, oh, please, I can't complete the game. And I don't know. And I don't want to make people make videos, you know, like, well, why do you want the trap and prove who you are? That's just kind of weird to me, you know. I prefer to take people at their word, even though you can't do that sometimes. But like I said, if you've got any ideas, let me know. Not sure what I'll do, but I'll figure something out. Hopefully it makes somebody happy. Obviously, I'm not going to keep it. I'm set right there. So, and plus, that's kind of like standard chaos and evolved chaos. So, anyway, I'll quit yakking. Again, wonderfulweezing.com. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Like I said, I'm tired, but most importantly, make sure you are subscribed here on YouTube. And like I said, I'll finally get to showcase that snake sculpt to you. I've been very, very excited about that. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you back here in just a few seconds.